Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for the magical time known as Tactical Tuesday. And tonight's topic is going to be dun, 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 are your preps warm? And how's everybody doing out there? Okay, let's see. Let me get to my comment section here, see who all's here. Well, first one in was CB at Hugo Homestead, followed by Shadow Scout Swede. And then Devil Dog Prepper came in, followed by It's the Marshmallow Man and Lori, both from north of the border. And let's see here. Everybody's talking back and forth there. Good. Green Granny, too. Hey, Denise, how's it going? Phelan Clan Wolf is here. Uncle Al is in the house. Scrolling down here, trying to keep up with everybody here. Stuart's prepping. How you doing? CR is here. And Sarah Boss is in the house. Duncan, 1900 Homestead. Hey, Brenda. Aiden Ear is here. All right, cool. Thank you, Dioris. Working on my alternative heating source for when the grid goes down during the winter. Cool. I'd like to see that one. And let's see here. What else we got coming down here? And oh, got another one here. Thank you, Phelan Klein Wolf, one of my Eagle Scouts for the shop project. Yeah, thank you. That installation's cost more than I thought. And let's see here. I'm scrolling down fast. I don't want to miss anybody. All right, Steve's here on official lurker status. Devil Dog says 22 degrees where he's at. And I froze. Sarah Goulet's here. Christy Betts is here. And trying to make sure I don't skip anybody, trying to catch up here quick, guys. And I think I caught up. I think I caught everybody. If I missed somebody, I apologize. I think I got everybody. All right. Yeah. The full moon going on out there. It's beautiful. It's absolutely great there. Okay, let me check one other thing here real quick here. I can get it up here. Okay. I'm just checking my stuff here. All right. So, guys. So tonight's topic is, being I think we all understand what tonight's topic's all about. Are your preps warm? And we've had unusually cold weather here. Let me click up here and refresh that. Oh, wait. All right. See, it says 10 degrees. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's cold here. It's 13 degrees. So, yeah, I was working out in the shop with two heaters going on out there, and it's bitterly cold. So, the main idea behind this one here, let me adjust the wheel. The main idea behind this topic here is the fact that people store some of their preps, mainly food stuff, that are in cans and jars in an area that doesn't often have the proper climate control on it. Out in the garage, in a shed. Some people take a spare bedroom, usually the one in the back corner of the house somewhere, and they pack it full of stuff, and then they close the door to it. not have to heat the area, but the walls slowly, the cold comes through, and it actually freezes some of their preps. And they get broken bottles and jugs and stuff like that. And even cans, when they freeze, can split the seam. All right, minus 13 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 13, so it's about, I'm not sure what that equates to Fahrenheit. I know zero is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's down there below freezing. Or like the heat leaves that area. Exactly. So, but anyway, so there are several problems with not heating up, especially if you get a really bad ice storm that comes through and covers up part of the house, especially if it's that back part of the house. Oh, what do we got? So we got 23 watching. That's why CB's put the hit the like button. Thank you for reminding everybody, CB. So we got 14 thumbs up and 23 watching. And let me drop in the link there for those, and let me save that up above here. Throw that up to pin that message up. So, Uncle Al, Shadow Scout, Dioris, any of you guys want to come on up here, put in your 2 cents worth on this. Thank you, Lori. That means Lori's going to go fire up her other device and watch it on Prairie Rider. Hey, Double Dogs, saying hi to everybody. Suladine, welcome from Utah. Yeah, I know you guys are having some unusually nice weather, but given a couple more weeks, what we're getting now is gonna slide on down there to you guys. Oh, thank you again, Dioris. Another $5. Woohoo! So all members, let's throw out the emojis for Dioris and Phelan. And there she is. She's back with her other channel. Hey, Kaylin, how's it going? Kaylin Strain's here and Tibor's here. So if you wind up, temperatures here was really weird. Several weeks ago, I froze. Yeah, I'm freezing here. Several weeks ago, it was nice and warm. I mean, it's unusually warm. Then all of a sudden, it's like, the airplane is flying, oh, nice and warm, hits that wall and bam, drops to the basement in temperature. And I think in the last 2 weeks, we've had 3 days where it got above 32 degrees. So yeah, it's really eating in and everything, cooling everything off in there. And like out in the shop, I got the Mista heater going 24/7 right now, trying to keep the indoor garden out there alive. And I have the round Mista heater, the old style one, going every night when the temperatures really start dropping to keep it from freezing, even though I got the other one on it, and the space blankets over it and everything else. So if you have a room in your house where you got prep stored, or you're storing them out in the garage or in a shop or a garden shed or whatever, and you're starting to get some freezes, you may want to rotate stuff around and bring anything that has liquid in it back into the house or into a warmer room, or if you like using a back bedroom or something, or a den or something, keep that door open. All you need to do is keep it above freezing in there to keep the jars from freezing and the cans from freezing. Yeah, when I retired, I didn't have that problem at all. I already had, between the staff sergeant and my daughter, I had everything lined out for the next couple of years working across at the property across the street, trying to get that stuff gone. Got all these projects to do here at the new house. So, Tibor says it's 16 and breezy there in Ohio. Oh, whoa, ba-boom, ba-boom. Hang on, I gotta throw up some on that one for that one. Yeah. Fire off the emoji attack. Ba-boom. There we go. There goes the emojis. Woo! All right, and get rid of that message pop. Yeah, the computer lost connection. There we go. Now I got myself back here. Yeah, computer. Yeah, I froze. Oh, I froze. Yeah, the computer lost connection with the camera. I don't know how it's plugged into it, but again, that's the computer lost connection here. So, so yeah, it was the cheap one. Yes, I'm still alive. I did not freeze to death. All right, let's see what else we got here. I think I had several of these here. Yeah, and if you even if you like if you go on vacation, make sure you leave your heater set to the proper. Don't just turn it off while you're gone. Set the temperature up so it's like set it at 40 at least, or I know some of them have a minimum temperature of 55. Some have a minimum temperature of 50. So you set it the minimum temperature. That way, you don't have this happening. The water pipe's freezing, in the roof or whatever, in between floors, and just taking out the kitchen and taking out all the preps you have stored there. Hey, Moon over Miami, how's it going? And see what else I got here. And if you have a basement, basements can freeze. My I don't know what you would call them. My sister's brother-in-law, so I guess that's my outlaw. Their water line came into their house down there in Draper, and it came in Draper, Utah. So it's south of Salt Lake, north of Point of the Mountain. And the water line in that subdivision, they dug it in low, but then they brought it up and brought it through the foundation within 18 inches of the surface. Frost, the frost line is 24 to 30 inches there, and they brought it up into that. So the water line froze where it was going through the foundation, and it broke and shot water into the basement. And as soon as it flooded the furnace, everything in the house froze. And they were on vacation up at the family's cabin that weekend skiing, and they came back and their house looked something like this here. So the basement was half full, mostly frozen over, and yeah, it was ugly. Is that the last one I got? That's the last one of those I got. Okay, so I did put the link in there for anyone that wants to, any of you guys want to come up here and talk about this stuff. It's up at the top of the chat there. And so, but yeah, there's a lot of, there are certain things you need to control. Okay, so we had frozen pipes, but none busted. Lucky, yes. And one thing I have learned is that, all right, galvanized pipe always seems to break before copper pipe, because copper is a softer one and it'll flex a little bit before it breaks. Um, Copper and PVC go about the same time. Um, CPVC is more brittle than PVC, so but that's usually used for the hot water. But still, it can freeze and go. Oh, what do we got here? Have you guys seen that guy that lives at the St. Anthony, has a cistern under his house, and he has the love fish in it? No, I haven't seen that one, but I know a lot of people are talking about their cisterns and revitalizing the cisterns that have been under their house. Yeah. Oh, live fish, not love fish. Okay, live fish. Okay, yeah, got it. Live, not love. Yeah, I know some people have been doing. There was someone else that had took their pool. They the cost of all the chlorine putting it in there for people swim in it. His wife and him decided not to use it for swimming anymore, and so they did a little tweaking on it, and for like a tenth the price, they were able to convert it to and they raise their own tilapia, not the store bought cheap farm stuff, but the good ones and stuff. And so they're raising tilapia and had baskets with floating baskets that they had like a watercress, let certain lettuces in and stuff. So they're harvesting food because the so all right. So Steve's off worker mode and he's saying hello to everybody again. And so basically, so he had food from the fish. He had plants from the fish poop that were eating the fish poop and growing, and so he had a really good thing there. Uh, but yeah, there's but that was in Southern California, down by Steve. All right, Shadow Scout, fill up that mug again. Um, the most flexible of the pipes, getting back to that, is the PEX pipe is the most flexible of the pipes for freezing. So that it stretches a little bit better, and PEX replaced the gray plastic ones, which were used up until 1995 in manufactured slash mobile homes, and then they went to PEX after that. But they were still being used in travel trailers and RVs, up until I'm thinking 2007. But yeah, that gray pipe is the bad news because it's just it breaks down when you run certain city waters through it because the chemicals in there. Let's see. So in when you're going to be having rooms or areas set aside for your preps, segregate your preps. If it's in a room, and if it's like a spare bedroom, and you want to change that whole thing into a storage room because the kids have moved out or whatever, paper goods along the walls. Next thing along the wall is bulk dry goods, beans, rice, flours, um, grain, grains, and you have those because those, if it does get cold, it's not going to destroy them or cause problems. You want to keep the jars like applesauce, jams, mayonnaise, and that stuff on an interior wall closest to the center of the house. And if that room should happen to have a bathroom backing up against the wall, you definitely want to keep the door open, because I have found reports where people have had that back room, they close it all up, it gets down below freezing in that room, and the plumbing that's in the wall to the bathroom freezes, and then that line breaks in the wall, and it starts flooding both directions, the bathroom and the bedroom where the food is. Yes, and one of the things I have works great on that. This is a 4-point thermometer. So the unit itself is on top. And then there are 3 remote ones here that I have in different rooms. And so it tells me what the temperature are in the other rooms. The 69s are the 2 bedrooms. The 70 here on the bottom is the laundry room. So, and I got that for this end of the house sitting here. And then at the other end of the house, I got another one which covers the master bedroom, the dining room, the master bath, and the family room. So I know what those are. The kitchen in this house, I am very lucky, is none of the plumbing is in the wall. It all comes up through the floor. So it's not in the wall. But with the chest freezer and the refrigerator in there, they're producing a little bit of heat, and that room is always several degrees warmer than other rooms most of the time. Let's see here, what I missed here. Our Cabin in the Woods, welcome. And let's see here. All right, so Lori's been thinking about downsizing, but she wants to keep the basement. So she's thinking about possibly a tiny house and digging a basement for it. So I'm just catching up on the chat here. And I missed a comment here. Yeah, that's the thing is, if you're going to be digging a basement, you got to check water levels, water tables. All right. Yes, you can. In fact, I got 2 in the house here. I got one right there. I got one in the master bath at the other end of the house. Sean in Alaska, oops, there we go. Sean in Alaska was in his trailer there, and that's how he heated his trailer, was with a Mr. Buddy heater. They have an oxygen sensor on it, so if the oxygen level starts to drop, it shuts off. It's got a catalytic ceramic converter there, so it produces, instead of producing carbon monoxide, there's carbon dioxide, which is not as bad or as poisonous and doesn't build up over time like carbon monoxide does. But yeah. They also have, Lori, I don't remember, Reed. His channel used to be called Manifestations of Imagination. Now it's Reed In. Has a blue flame type heater, propane heater that he uses with an oxygen sensor on it that he uses for his place down there in New Mexico. Yeah. Yeah, it's my wife was worried about me running the furnace so much, because natural gas prices in California, sorry, Steve, but in Northern California, California, with Pacific Gas and Electric Bandits, got insanely high, and they're trying to get everyone to switch over to electricity, but they keep jacking the electricity up even faster than the natural gas. And she was like, "Oh, use the propane heaters. It's cheap. Propane's cheaper." Well, propane around here is $3.49 a gallon. But my first month's bill running the um, the furnace for an entire month was $13, and it's like that's cheaper than the propane, because there's an out of that $13, $8 of it is the monthly service charge just to have natural gas. So that means there was $5 worth of gas being used. Yeah. So I got I bumped the thermostat up a little bit. The only time I use the propane now is not. I haven't used the propane in here for 3-4 weeks. In the master bath, if I'm going in there and the temperature is below a certain temperature, I'll turn it on for 15 minutes before I even get in the shower. I'll leave it on while I'm showering. As soon as I'm done drying off, I turn it off. Yeah. And things, the carbon monoxide builds up in the blood, and it is very hard for your body to recover from it. A lot of times people have carbon monoxide poisoning. They actually have to do a blood transfusion because it does not expel out of the blood. It stays bonded, and the body has to produce new blood cells. So it takes a while to totally get it out of the system. So that's why someone suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning, they will just give them a blood transfusion. Lori, it was probably carbon monoxide. If you're in the hospital for 2 weeks, it was carbon monoxide. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? How the garden is in the house. Yeah, exactly, Suzanne. So if you're going to try to keep something warm, and even if you don't say, oh, I just need something just to warm it up just a little, the room up where I got all my prep stored, whether it's in the basement, whatever. The Mr. Heater is not a bad thing to you put it on the lowest setting and you leave it on for a couple hours and just turn it off. And you just keep a thermometer like the remote control ones here, like this one. And you have one of the remotes down below there, so you can read or whatever room it's in, if it's a room wherever out in the garage, and you just keep track of the temperature. That way, know when to turn it on and off. Kiss my grass acres! Woohoo! Good to see you. Actually, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to see if I can pull this up here. Yes, I'm going to do a little shopping for you guys and show you what I try to remember. It's probably okay, Amazon, so it's probably going to be back in 2021. That's when I got that. So let's take a look back here and see if I can find that thermostat for you guys. That's the lights. Give me a second, folks. I'm trying to find this really quick here. This is the best priced one I found, and it works really good. So I want to try to share this out with you guys. Come on. All right, I'm into July, so I don't think I. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch my years here. I think so. I didn't get it the first year I was here. I got that temperature gauge thing the second year I was here, and wow, it's just not showing up. I don't know where in the heck it is hidden in here. You know, it's a, if I try looking for it directly, I always come up with something. Oh, there we go. Found it. Da, da, da. Okay, so here it is, guys. So this is on Amazon, and I'm going to drop the link for anybody that wants to get one. There it is. There's the link for it. And Joe's in the house. Grow Big TV. Woo, woo, woo. Howie's here. Food Forest Permaculture. Woo! So, and once again, this is on sale here. $29. I think it was a little bit cheaper actually when I think it was about the same price when I got it. But so you got remotes numbered 1, 2, and 3, matching the 1, 2, and 3 on the on those. And it has a little nail hook in the bottom so you can hang it up or whatever. And yeah, so I actually, as you can see, I ordered 2 of those. I got 2 of them, and they work really good at a glance. Let me know what's going on in the house. The only problem is I had to, because I had to have the masters at each end of the house, I had to carefully, it took me 3 times to get it at each of the masters queued to its own remote unit, because you know they don't make them on a myriad of frequencies, because they don't expect people to get 2 of them. So and they do come in. I have to show the other colors. Oh, here we go. So it comes in black and wood colored and a cream colored wood color, sort of an ash. So you got different ones to do it on. Hey, checked off. How's it going? Make sure I didn't miss anybody else coming in here. Mary Beth Smith. Hey. Laura, how you doing? Just going back and saying hi to everybody. Only plan on using electric space heaters. The house is gas furnace or indoor rated propane power like Mr. Heater. I've only, yeah. Of course, and, you know, the way electricity's going up, too, you know, my wife and I, we used to have those quartz space heaters. When it got to a certain point in California there with the bandits at Pacific Gas and Electric Company, it was like, you know, we got rid of them all. It's just, you know, it's, you know, for running a space heater is ridiculous. What sort of range on these? Well, all right. So the house is 80 feet long. And so, like I said, I got the one here on the east end of the house. And the master bedroom on the west end of the house is the other one. And I was actually, at first, I was picking it when I first turned that unit on. I was picking up the ones down in the staff sergeant's office here and in the other bedroom next to it. And I picked up all the ones at this end of the house down at the other end. So basically what I had to do is I had to make sure that the other remotes batteries were in them first, and then turn on the master. So it picked those up. They were sitting right next to it. And then I could move the remotes to where I needed them to at the other end of the house. So yeah, it was, you know, it will cover anywhere in this house. If I was just using one, but since I'm using 2 of them, I had to take a special extra step to sync the second one to its remotes, and then keep it at the far enough away from the others so that they weren't picking each other up. But yeah. Oh, autocorrect. All right. All right. What is it? Okay, I see it. Anybody else can figure out the autocorrect that Lori did. Yeah. And my wife got me one after I got the first one. some other ones she got from Sam's Club, which wasn't nearly as good as this. It cost $10 more. And so when she found out what I had and how it worked, she said, go ahead and take the one back to Sam. I haven't done with it is if they were on different frequencies, I'd have both of them set down here in this office here and do it. And then I would think about putting one out into the access handhole I put out here for my water. Just make sure that, whether or not I need to turn on the heat lamps down in that thing at night for certain things. But yeah, you really need getting back to the actual prep, are your preps warm? Yeah, it's you need to plan ahead. You don't just start jamming things in a room wherever. Things you can jam in the room, of course, are paper goods, styrofoam goods, plasticware, clothing, extra sleeping bags, stuff like that. That if it freezes, you don't have to worry about it. Stuff like the canned beans, the jars of or cans of fruit, pasta sauces, stuff like that. Stuff you've canned yourself in jars. You need to have that closer to the center of the house where it'll stay warm. Yeah. Actually, tell you what, Suladine, let me go ahead and give you a standard moderator so it makes it easier for you to go check on everybody's standard moderator. There you go. That way you can just go up there on the three dots next to them, and it should say go to channel. So you just click on it, open in a new tab, and it'll take you right to their channels. Best stakes is won by poker. Woo! All right. Tonight is a great night. Everyone, say thank you to Joe. Get that up there. Boom. And so Phelan's giving me 5, Joe's giving me 3, and Doris is giving me 10. All right. That's going to help stuff out. All right. Just on the other information here. Where was it here? So since here on Gray Man Prepping, since I think it was the 12th, let's see, subscribers. Yeah, on the 12th, Sunday the 12th, I was doing like 20 on Thursday the 9th. I had 20 new subscribers, 10 new subscribers on Friday, 13 on Saturday, Sunday -1, Monday -1, Tuesday the 14th 0. Wednesday, I got 5 on Wednesday, but the number didn't change really. And then it's down to 0, 0, 0, 0, up 1, down 1, up 1, down 1, and so it says I've been picking up a couple more, but I am still. Let me hit the refresh button, see if I picked another one back up again, because I lost one today. I picked one back up again after I lost one this afternoon. So I'm still 15 away from the 1,600 subscriber mark. For most of that time period, I was at needing 16. So I picked one up 2 days ago, and then lost one, picked one back up again today. So we're getting close to another giveaway here, guys. Yeah. And over on Camp Patton Family Compound, let me look at that one, give you guys the information what's going on there. It is, let me hit the refresh because I thought I was above that. Yes. Camp Patton is 30 away from the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. And that's going to be a bunch of $5. There are going to be at least 10 $5 Amazon gift cards given away that night when that one goes live. Okay. And that's the other thing too. Oh, thank you, Lori. Woohoo! Hit it up again, folks. The okay, where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Yeah, checked off's over there by Stephanie. The other side. The link for that thermometer again. Let me see if I can put it in there. Hang on. There's the link to the thermometer again. Now, one of the things that was that someone made a suggestion on for where you don't have to heat the room up all the time was an electric blanket for a bed. And if you have the jars in there on a shelf, like one of the rolling shelves I've showed before, like like I have in my kitchen and stuff, you just drape the electric blanket over it. And if you need to, you can go in there and just turn it on the night that when it's getting exceptionally cold. All right, come on, let's go. It doesn't want to show it now. Okay, it's stuck here. Yeah, okay, there it finally changed now. Pocatello is about 45 minutes south of me. Idaho Falls is 15 minutes north of me. Yeah. And the thing is with the electric blanket, if you have one of the older ones where it turns on, it stays on, or it just has the rocker arm switch where it stays on, it has the dial on it, you can set the temperature on it. You can also get, let's see if I can find it here for you real quick. Let me I'm going to bring something else up here for you real quick here. That's going to be, got to change the settings here. All departments. There we go. That's one of the ones I purchased, so I can give you a review on this one. You can plug it the electric blanket into one of these, and these things work really easy and nice. And you can go the switch on the side right there. You can switch it from being on the timer to being on, just turning it on. I'm not that close to Montana, but I am near there. And you that way you can just have it set on so that the electric blanket will only come on like from 11 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So you can control the times it's going to come on as well. So, and this is a two pack for $13. Yeah. Yeah, they're great for a lot of different things. I usually use most of these timers for the grow lights for my indoor garden experiment, and I got them on the ones out there in the shop right now. I'm thinking about putting a secondary one, another one on there just to put on the little ceramic, like the heat lamps for the chicks. I got a couple of 50 watters. I'm thinking of putting one of the 50 watters in the where the lettuce and stuff is. But let's see if I can get this to work right here. And I will drop the link here. Make sure here. Come on. Yeah. Okay, good. So that link's going to work. I figured out how to shorten Amazon links down. So there's the link to the timers if anybody wants the timer. But that's the other thing too. I also had the timers hooked up to the grow mats that are underneath the seed trays, and those will work good too if you put it on the bottom shelf and you got your jars or your cans in there. You can depending on how hot your grow mats go, you can use those and turn it on so it turns on for an hour or so, and it warms the area up too. And wrapping the shelves with space blankets is another thing too to help when if you're heating the area where the jars and the cans are, just enough to keep them from getting too cold. That's the one of the ways to do it too. Cool. All right. And let me see if I can find it here. Quick here. Give you guys something else here to help you out here. Okay. Let's see if I can find the right one here. Here we go. I think. Why? So you're going to tell me which one that was the one I bought last time. I bought a 10-pack one. So the cheapest 10-pack one here appears to be this one here. So it's a sponsored one, but so it's basically you're getting these for less than $1 each for the Mylar blankets. And so let me double check these others to see. That's 4 blankets. That one there. Yeah. Okay. So looks like this is the best priced one here, guys. And so, yeah, 52 inches wide. They've got the length and the width on it. It's 52 inches wide, 84 inches long. It's a 10-pack. And let me grab the link here. And I'll drop this link in the chat as well for space blankets. There's space blankets if anybody wants a link for space blankets. All right. And so see, it says usually they're 4.5 feet, which is this is 52. So that's 4.4 feet wide, and 84 inches is 7 foot long. So all right. And I'm not sure what the links Lori's asking about. No, I got the ones that are silver on both sides. I just got because I was using them in the house, and I just got the cheapest ones to help contain the heat and reflect the light back, mainly the light back at the plants. But then I noticed it was trapping more heat in there too, so it was mainly for the light is what we got it for. All right. And trying to keep a. Oh, Laura, how to make the link shorter. Okay, so Here's what I've noticed. Let me bring this up again. Up on the long links. So if you when you go to click on it, first time you click on it, let me click down here for a second. All right. So right here, generally it's you'll get the DP / blah 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 blah, and it says REF. So you take it from the F forward, and generally 19 times out of 20 that works. And I check it out by doing this. I'll copy it, click down here, click over it, and repaste it as a nice short link. Hit enter, and it takes me right back to it, directly to it. And that's how I do the short links. Every now and then there'll be one where it won't want to work on that, but and it'll be another one farther. It'll be a couple more characters beyond that. But that, like I said, it only happens like 1 out of 20 times. Oh. Yeah, just to refer. But yeah, that's how it works, and well, all those links should work. Good night, Howie. All right. It took me the longest time to go ahead and start doing channel memberships. But I figure if I start doing channel memberships, I give basically turn the channel membership most of it back into as gifts and for gift cards and other stuff, giveaways. I'm not really in it to make money, and I try to give my wife and I, the accountant, staff and accountant, try to balance it out to. So I'm not making money. I'm trying to give most of it back. I may buy a new camera, and I try to get the cheapest camera I can get and stuff for the channel. But this is not an income for me. Anything I make off the channel, even from the ads and stuff, generally goes back to the channel members and subscribers. So that's the way I try to keep it. So becoming an affiliate with different companies and stuff, I just don't feel right. It gives me a little creepy feeling that I'm making money off. I hate channels that say buy my shit. No, I will recommend stuff I know that works because I know it works and I'm helping you guys. There's like for years when we fired up the CERT program, took what LA had and turned it into a national thing with DHS and FEMA. When I was teaching it, the courses and stuff, one of the things is I do not have any connection with Harbor Freight, but Harbor Freight has some great stuff. And one of the lights I always pushed at it was these little blue lights. When they give them away for free, you take that coupon in there and you get it. And when Harbor Freight had the Mylar blankets, they were like 50 cents each, and they were some really heavy duty tough ones. And then they stopped carrying them. But so I would refer where you can go to get stuff. Yes, the moving blankets. I love you telling people about the moving blankets. They're great for insulation. My scouts all got the blue big moving blankets for camping because if they fold it in half and put it under their sleeping bags, they got ground padding, and if it gets cold, they can pull it back up out and back up over them, have extra on top and stay warm. And they also works good for insulating windows in the house and keeping stuff from coming in. So but I just don't feel good getting something for giving people good information they should be getting for free. All right, coming up here. Let me grab the list over here. So, Thursday night, midnight ride on Gray Man Prepping here starts at 5 minutes to midnight for the countdown. Friday, that was Thursday night. Friday night on Camp Patton Family Compound, we're going to talk about for those who are in the cold area, putting the garden to bed for winter. For those that are down in Florida, it's getting the garden going, where you don't have to worry about this high heat killing all the plants. And we're going to talk also about doing an indoor garden, whether it's a little aerial garden thing or whether it's getting some 5-gallon buckets and growing some tomatoes or growing some lettuce in the house where you can or herbs or anything else like that. So that's what's going on Friday. Saturday, I've got to get for the Saturday survival with the doctors. I got to get with Paula and Ron and pick out a topic so we can get a topic for that going. So I'll be talking to them tomorrow about getting a topic for that. Next Monday on the Monday Night Fireside Chat on Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is canning jar and lid safety. So we're going to talk about the good, bad, and ugly about canning jars and the lids and what to avoid and what to get. And Kaylin already put her garden to bed. Yes, I know. I've already put mine to bed. It was a couple of weeks ago. It was still warm when I put the topic in here. I kept kicking the topic back because I had some other topics I wanted to address. And now all of a sudden, bam, it hit. Everybody got hit with some cold weather. So, but hey, we'll still talk about indoor garden stuff. It's how to get fresh greens during the wintertime. All right. And then next Tuesday here, Steve will like this one here, Corsair Trainers. This topic is a winter get home plan, not a bug out plan. What are your plans to get home in the wintertime? It's a bit different than it is in the summertime. So that's what we're going to be talking about. It's a winter get home plan next Tuesday here on Tactical Tuesday. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in, and thank Lori, Dioris, and Phelan and Shadow Scout Swede for the super chats. Guys, I really appreciate it. Feel kind of embarrassed, but I really love it. And Steve says, get home plan, run to the coast. But there's tsunamis coming. Steve, a tsunami's coming. All right, everyone. Remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing, and learn a new skill. Skills are something that make you more valuable if everything goes downhill and the world turns upside down. All right? Take care. See you around.